Dave, stop yawning. It's time to do our show.
Good evening, Ian. I'm
Hello.
Dave.
I'm Ian.
Apex Adjacent Podcast.
That's what this is. That's what I'm about to say, but you said it, so it's good. We're going to go tight, quick, fast today.
Really?
Probably not. We say that sometimes, and it doesn't happen, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We got sent something on Twitter that we're going to talk about that
We did?
inspired me to write one of what I think is one of my favorite FMK cars. You've seen things. I've seen things.
Right.
And I've spent lots of money on things.
That is correct. Where would you like to start, Ian?
I would like to start with the aforementioned Twitter thing.
Oh, we're getting right into it. Let me just say real quick, it's really nice to see your face. I'm so thankful to talk to you tonight.
It's fine to see you too.
You guys see what the fuck I'm dealing with here?
It's lovely to see you, Dave.
Now it sounds forced. When are we going to go to couples therapy? Yeah.
Isn't that what this is? we don't put this out on the internet, do we? This is just for us to work on our relationship.
Oh no, you signed your HIPAA rights right away, buddy. Yeah.
Anyway, we have a Twitter account.
Okay. Apex Adjacent.
People send us things. That's not where this was. But we also have our own Twitter accounts.
We do. We are our own beings outside of the podcast, mostly.
Yeah. And occasionally people, listeners send us things on those Twitter accounts.
Right.
And this is one such instance. Eric Bart sent us this great post from Barn Finds. And it is a 1973 Mohs Safarikar.
Yes.
One of 3 ever made. The bonkers thing about it, one of the bonkers things about it is that the skin, and I say skin.
Yeah, you say skin.
It is
Naga hide.
It's Naga hide. Yeah, I was going to say it's, oh God, what's it called when you put fabric on a thing?
Upholstered?
Upholstered, that's it.
We're fine, everyone. Our brains are fine.
By mid-April, my quarantine brain will be all fixed. It's early March. I have nothing to worry about.
Exactly. Why does March feel like yesterday and also 7 months ago?
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so many Nagas had to die for this.
They're asking $385,000.
Yes.
For
I
this.
think asking is the operative word there.
That word's doing a lot of heavy lifting in that sentence.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you should click through to the listing because it's worth it. The doors are pretty spectacular.
Okay. All right.
They are solid pieces of metal that are on bars that go straight out from the body.
Wait, what? Hang on. Let me disable my my little firewall that got in the way here. Wait.
Yeah. So basically, the doors are very long. There's a single row of seats, and the row of seats is like a load-bearing structure. And there's a mechanism that pushes the doors straight out from the body that goes like along the spine of the seat row, the row of 3 seats.
What?
Yeah.
Ian.
Yeah.
This is insane. Okay. Let me come on. Let's go to Barn Finds.
It's extremely insane. And I think there is there's also a bench seat in the back, but in between there's like a divider and there's
a load-bearing divider.
Yeah. Well, it must be because it holds the doors in place.
Yeah. Oh, weird. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's see if we get it. Here we go. Safarikar.
It's pretty bonkers, and it's basically like apparently built on like a truck chassis. Barnfinds.com has a lot of good information.
Whoa! What are those doors? They open parallel.
Yeah,
to the car.
Yeah, if you go down, you kind of get more of an idea of what that looks like. So you can see, you can get into the back seat or the front seat.
Yeah. And also it has all the right angles. And I don't mean right as in correct. I mean right as in 90 degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
You can get it with 4-wheel drive.
What? No, I don't want to receive alerts from barnfinds.com. You don't need to tell me about Naugahyde upholstered cars. You sit in 3 bucket seats.
Mm-hmm.
Ian, what? It should have a 392 cubic inch V8 from International under the padded hood.
Yeah.
Why is it upholstered, Ian? Why is it upholstered?
I don't know. So what I said on Twitter was that it was the Buffalo Bill of cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
The one of the villains from Silence of the Lambs who collects people's skins to put on himself.
Yeah. Oh, that all sounds great, Ian. Wonderful. Yeah.
And that inspired me to write an FMK Cars.
FMK?
Dave.
FMK Cars is the game that makes Dave not sleep at night. Dave's scared, everybody. Okay, real quick. Before we get to the FMK Cars, this car looks menacing as shit.
It does look menacing as shit.
It looks like something that even David Lynch would go like, that's too on the nose.
Right.
Yeah, and also I want to know if it's soft to the touch. Like, is it actually padded? Like, is it just Naugahyde over aluminum skin, or is there like some foam in there? Wow.
No, it's full on upholstered. I believe it is actually padded.
Oh, that's so weird.
It is very weird. But here's the thing. You're right in that, and this is important to my FMK Cars.
Okay.
You're right in that it is menacing looking, and it looks like a villain's car.
Yes.
And the Naugahyde thing is creepy.
Yes.
Except it's not real leather, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's like Naugahyde is synthetic. So it's like a vegan villain owns this car.
Okay. All right. I just watched Scott Pilgrim again the other night. Yeah. Evil Ex-Boyfriend 3 with his vegan superpowers. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So this one is called Just a Touch of Evil. Cars with a vegan villain twist. You do not get the car.
Okay.
You will be the full-time driver.
Okay.
So your full-time job is driving this car for this slightly nicer villain.
Oh, okay. Okay. Am I like a sidekick? Do I have to participate, or am I like the actual just driver?
You are an employee of this villain.
Okay.
So you don't have to be in on their schemes or anything like that.
Yes.
You are just the wheelman for their non-crime related life.
Okay. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Right. But as we see in a lot of like media and stuff like that menace tends to carry over into those non-crime related areas of their life. Like a criminal doesn't just like say like, well, I'm going to get in my Honda Civic, to go to go get my haircut. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
First one. Is a Bentley Flying Spur. New Bentley Flying Spur.
Okay.
Your employer is vegan Hannibal Lecter. Also from the same movie.
Okay, what does vegan Hannibal Lecter eat?
I'm very glad you asked that. He's still manipulative.
Okay.
He's still manipulative and pretty creepy and evil. But he, instead of trying to eat your brain, he insists that you come over for a dinner of fava beans, a Chianti, and more beans.
Yeah, I was going to say. Okay. All right.
Just a lot of beans.
Lot of
basically.
beans. So,
lots of beans.
So I'm filling the Flying Spur with toots. I mean, I'd be doing that anyway, but because this is me we're talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I really like the looks of that Flying Spur, man.
Yeah, it's badass.
Right? Yeah. Good villain car, Ian.
Right? It is a very good villain car.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So and I also think it's very Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
Because it's that like he wants to be flashy, but without like being flashy, right?
Yeah.
He wants to be flashy for the people who know.
You're right. Yeah.
All right. So the next one is a Rolls-Royce Phantom 2. So like 1933.
Okay. Phantom 2.
Your employer is Lord Voldemort.
Ah, okay. All right.
He's still an evil wizard, hell-bent on world domination.
Sure, like you do.
But his most diabolical spell is to give you slightly too much ice cream, resulting in a lightning-shaped cold headache.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
There you go. Right there. Look at that.
Gotcha.
Proper in black.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that is a villain car. I think Phantom Limb and Venture Brothers drove something along those lines. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, very close to Cruella de Vil's car as well.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. All right. So the last one, a modern Mercedes Maybach.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The villain, HAL 9000.
What? Okay. So is it like embedded into the Maybach?
It is.
Okay.
He is in the car and you drive the car around to get him to places.
Okay. All right. Okay.
He's still very unhelpful in a possibly ill-intentioned machine.
Sure.
But he will open the driver's door, Dave. Further with that joke. But he will not give you the correct directions, and he will tell you the speed limit is way higher than it is.
Ah, okay. A little bit of a saboteur.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But not like make you die alone in space saboteur.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Just get a ticket. Okay. All right.
And then be like, Dave, tickets are the driver's responsibility.
Right. Hal, I need you to tell me the correct speed limit. I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It was too perfect.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I am going to marry the Flying Spur and vegan Hannibal Lecter because I'm perfectly fine with a bean-based diet. It's Hannibal that's going to have to deal with it. Yeah. And I mean, look at the Flying Spur. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And then I think I have to crush Hal in the Maybach.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be worried about Hal infecting the crusher machine as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to worry about him assimilating.
You're right. But I'm going to take that risk. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think for a day, the Rolls-Royce Phantom 2, I need to drive around in that. And I'm perfectly fine getting an ice cream headache for a day.
Okay.
Yeah. How about you? What would you do?
I think you've chosen well.
Okay. I really thought you were going to upholster cars with just awful things. Because
I thought about it.
Yeah.
I thought about giving you like an otter skin car with like a little face on the grill. But I decided I wanted you to talk to me.
Yeah. So. Yeah, you wanted me to be able to sleep at night for the next month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You've already got people sending you clowns on Twitter, so
yeah.
We don't need to make that any worse.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah, because what was my tweet in response to this? It was just, oh no. Right. Yeah, I imagined you like one of those times where you come over and just slap the phone out of my hand and you're like, I got this. You know, I love any moment that we have online, like with our shared accounts where that happens, you know? Yeah, that makes me very happy. Yeah.
I'm on it.
So there you go. So what do you think you would do?
I think you've chosen exactly correctly. I think that's probably right. I would be tempted to take the Rolls Royce because it's just so cool.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think you chose well. Okay.
Nice.
But besides, I feel like the Rolls Royce would definitely break down, and then Lord Voldemort would definitely not like lift a finger to help fix it. Like, he would definitely not like cast a spell, and he would just be standing on the side of the road, very angry at me.
Right.
While I fumbled around trying to fix that car. So I could probably only do that for a day.
Okay. Gotcha. I think you've made a good decision. Yeah. Man, that car is the safari car, Mohs Safarikar. It's so nuts.
It is crazy.
Yeah, I've never seen anything that looked like it was built by like a well-traveled engineer and also a 4-year-old.
Right? It's so bonkers.
So that car makes me think of like when artists would do those drawings of like they would take a child's drawing and then like redo the child's drawing like really well, you know, like very well rendered. That looks like it started from a child's drawing of a car and they actually made it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Weird one, man. Weird one.
It is weird. And I clicked through to the actual like Hemmings listing.
Oh, okay.
And in one of the pictures, you can see that there are louvers in the hood.
Oh.
But like not really louvers. They're like metal inlays. And in the upholstery. Like you would see in like a couch.
Oh, okay. Like it's like almost quilted?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
yeah,
weird.
Super weird.
Yeah, Hemmings find of the day. Huh.
It's super cool.
Yeah, this car is just bananas. What are people doing in Pennsylvania, man?
Well, I think this one's in Wisconsin. It's got Wisconsin plates and it says 1 of 3 built.
Yeah, the Hemmings thing says location Courtdale, Pennsylvania.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Even something as mysterious with its listing, Ian.
Suspect.
Also, I love it whenever you do a Vincent Price to bring us into an FMK Cars. That always makes me happy. Yeah.
Yeah. The other day, I was trying to get the kids to put their pajamas on.
Okay.
And I said, don your night clothes to prepare for the slumber. And it didn't really work.
I want you to do like a podcast, a parenting podcast as Vincent Price.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Like, why are my children not sleeping? Yeah. Or just call into like parenting advice shows. Yeah. Yeah. I've told them it's time to don their evening clothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yes. I love
don your night clothes.
Don your night clothes. Nice. Nice, Ian. Sleepy name. Okay. All right. Ian, what else we got? Let's do more show.
You have seen some things, and it says that you've also driven a thing.
Yes. So, Ian, I have an announcement.
Okay.
I have driven the best handling car I've ever driven.
Is it your new Lexus LS?
Yes. Rivals a Lotus Elise, Ian. Yes. No. So, we've driven a bunch of stuff. What do you think the best handling car is that you've ever driven?
Might be a Cayman GTS.
Okay. All right.
Cayman GTS I drove on track.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. I've driven a Lotus Elise, and that was the paragon of handling for me until I took our good buddy Peedah's M3 for a little bit of a shift when we did a drive back through a canyon and hit some twisty bits.
Oh, you got to drive it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Ian, it is amazing. I'm
so anxious to drive it.
Ian, I've never driven a car that felt so hooked up and so perfect. And it's like when you boot up like a really complicated, say like graphics program or something like Cinema 4D, and you make a box, right? And you know you're doing like 1% of what that program can do. I felt like that in that car. Like we were on the switchbacks on High Grade Road, right? I don't know if you've been up there.
I don't know.
Yeah, but High Grade it's one of my old like cycling routes, right? And it just has switchbacks on switchbacks, and they just keep going up and up. And then like you kind of descend a little bit, and it's great, right? Like back through Deer Creek Canyon. And
I have been back.
Yeah. So Deer Creek Canyon, and then there's like a left turn that you take. Otherwise, you end up in Tiny Town, which is terrifying to me. Yeah. Should we tell people what Tiny Town is? Does anybody not know what Tiny Town is?
Tiny Town. I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's one of those like roadside attraction things in Colorado.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
It's something for kids.
It's something for kids. I have a great picture of Nico there when he was like 2 years old, staring out a window very forlornly.
Yes, I remember you showing me that. Yes, but it is, so I'll show it on the browser here. So yeah, it's all these buildings and stuff that are built like, so the kids seem like they're giants. And I used to ride my bike up Deer Creek Canyon all the time, and I would ride by it, and I could just feel like tiny little eyes looking out of the buildings at me. It was so creepy. But yeah, so you take a turn before that to go up High Grade Road, and you go back on amazing twisty bits. And Ian, Peedah's M3 is perfect. I mean, yeah. He drove the Vigan for a little bit. We shifted. I took the Vigan. It did fantastic with all its creaking and groaning and
chewed right up those hills.
Oh man, I love that car so much. But seriously, he has an E36. Is that it? Yes. E36 M3 that he has done so much work on, and it shows. I cannot even imagine what you could possibly do to hook it up more. It feels like you are underneath the pavement. Like it's just crazy. Yeah.
I'm so excited to drive it.
I cannot wait for you to drive it. Yeah. Yeah.
Peedah is excited for me to drive it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure he is, because what's the point of having something like that if you don't share it? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Exactly. Here's Nico looking out of the tiny building with a forlorn look on his face. Come on, Instagram, you pull up, you son of... Oh, yes, God damn it. Oh, my God. The baby Werner Herzog. Yes. What is life besides a series of tiny windows through which we can only glimpse the infinite blackness of our inevitable mortality? Yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So that's one of my eyes. I have a few others.
Okay.
It was very nice of Peedah to let me drive his M3. I'm so thankful. It's honestly changed me. Like I'm just different now. Like,
okay.
Yeah, I have new standards. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. So
I want to know how the Vigan felt after the M3.
Oh, I mean, just rolly and hilarious.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can't not giggle in that car. Like that's it. It's just a fun button is all it is, you know? Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. So I saw some cool stuff. I sent this to you. I think your old boy Dave spotted the new CTS V.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Is it possible it's the ATS?
ATS V.
They're not doing that ATS anymore. Right?
Whatever it is, it was the V because it sounded insane, Ian.
I'm actually honestly surprised that you saw that because I thought that those were maybe going away because they weren't supposed to be doing many more cars, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's like the CT, they're called like the CT5 and CT6 now. Right?
Oh, okay. But dude, that thing scooted and here's the thing, you did not catch that when I sent you these pictures, it was taken from inside the Lexus.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
I
didn't notice it, but you're right. Yeah, it's the black car that you're taking it from.
Yep. And Ian, I would like to call your attention to something very interesting in the brake area of this new prototype Cadillac. Ian, look at the rear brake caliper. Okay, it's loading. One caliper, two calipers.
Yeah, some cars are doing that now. Some performance cars, especially, are doing that now. They have a separate handbrake for the electric handbrake.
Okay.
Separate caliper for the electric handbrake.
And so this isn't like a hydraulic drift handbrake.
No.
Okay, because that's what a lot of drift folks do. They have a second caliper. Yeah.
Yes, I've noticed that there's several cars that have that.
Really?
It's a separate handbrake. It's a separate for the parking brake.
Wow.
Because it's not.
Gotcha. So then that makes sense to me because typically a parking brake is a drum brake assembly inside of a wheel hub that has a disc. So it's like you kind of have like a drum and a disc all in one on your rear brakes, right? That's how a lot of the cars that I've had were set up, right?
Yeah. It's like the old style. Yeah.
Yeah. So then this would do away with having to have that drum assembly inside the wheel hub or, like on the wheel hub there. Interesting.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, look at the tires that are on it. It's got Pilot Sports,
Yeah. PS4s.
Yeah. That thing.
I wonder if that is possibly a CT5 V.
Okay.
Smaller one.
Yeah. It was not that big. It was not that big. Yeah.
Or even a CT4.
Yeah. I don't know. It looked really good.
Yeah. That may actually be the CT4.
Okay. Had a little bit of bangle butt, but I wasn't mad at it. And it's interesting that they wouldn't like cover more of the taillights.
Yeah.
Right? Because you see that, you just go, oh, Cadillac.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think, they're just covering up the V parts, which are like the valence and the X, really.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, cool car. Yeah. Sounded amazing. And it was fast as shit. The guy.
Did it sound like a V8 or did it sound like a V6?
It sounded supercharged, whatever it was. It sounded like a V8 to me. But
okay.
Yeah. But I thought I heard whine. So yeah. Yeah. Right. And then I have a couple more things to show you. Ian, okay. I would like to call your attention to this Hyundai that my wife and I saw in a parking lot. And it made our absolute day. So this is a Hyundai Accent with a light bar just bolted straight to the fucking hood. Like you don't give a shit, right?
Probably with tech screws, I'm just going to assume.
Right. And there's something written on the car here. So I have a better picture here. So the front of it has some collision damage, right? The bumper's hanging all cattywampus, right? On the passenger side. So here, I'll give you the zoomed in version. Here you go. It says, let's just say I fucked up. And it has an arrow pointing to the collision damage. Let's just say ... I F star CK'd up.
So I think that this is actually instructive to how we should interpret the light bar.
Okay. All right.
Because you notice that there was no effort really to fix anything. It was just like, hey, this is what happened.
Right.
What if that same front end collision affected the use of the headlights, and now
Okay.
this is the headlight solution?
Right. Hey, why not?
Right? Just why fix the headlights when you have tech screws
Right.
and a light bar?
Yeah. But that owning like complete ownership of like collision damage on your car and like actually writing, let's just say I fucked up. Like, and then like, how could you not give someone a pass for that? Right?
Yeah. No, I agree with it. I also like that they're obviously a big fan of Nelly.
Yes, with the Band-Aid on the underneath the light. Yeah. Yeah, the Band-Aid sticker. Yeah. It is hot in her.
It is hot in this Hyundai.
But we saw this guy park his car, and we saw the writing, and I actually rolled down my window and asked him if I could take a picture of his car, and told him that it made our day. We were really rolling when we saw that. It was like that's one of the great things about just weird cars is that they can just any day that you're having, they can just like intersect your life and it's just like a little bit better because of it, right?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So there you go. This last my eyes that I saw, Ian, there's a few things to unpack here.
Oh boy.
All right. It's a Nissan Altima. Let's get that out of the way right now. Okay? All right? Okay. They decided to put an SER badge on it. It's not an SER Altima. And an Nismo badge. I mean, it looks like maybe the V6 Altima. Right? And then, Ian, there's some stickers on the back here I want to call your attention to.
Okay.
All right. There's an RIP Paul Walker sticker. Sure. There's
I mean, it was tragic, but come on, man.
Right? There's a Godzilla sticker, which your car is not a Skyline. You're not Godzilla.
Right.
And then there's a sticker here that says made in Japan. Right. Ian, would you do me a favor and Google where Nissan Altimas are made?
I'm going to say like Alabama.
Yeah, I think like starting in 2004, I think they expanded to Mississippi or Tennessee, maybe. But in America, Altimas are made in America. They're a very American car. Yeah.
That's really
fun. Right?
So I know that there have been generations of SER.
Right.
Does that exist still? Is that a thing that exists?
No, they just took an SER sticker. I mean, look at how off-center it is. You know, like, and if you have an Altima, that's fine. Maybe straighten your exhaust because that's crooked as shit. Yeah, but it's fine. You don't need to do this. It's a fine car. Just let it be the car that it is. Don't put a Godzilla badge on it and try to race STIs.
No, I agree.
Right?
So there wasn't. This is not the most current generation. This is the previous.
Yeah, previous or previous.
Oh, man. I don't know. Actually, this might be. That's a third gen.
Okay.
Did have an SER.
Did it?
It did. And it was a 6-speed manual.
Did it come with a crooked badge?
I mean, it may.
What year? So maybe it's not a car stand.
2006.
Okay.
That may be legit. And I think that's the right taillights. That might be a legit SER. That looks correct.
Really? Is that how they did the badge on it?
That looks about right. Let me see if I can find a picture of one.
I don't know, Ian.
Yeah, what's that? That's a YouTube link.
Yeah. I don't know. It looks like it has the SER exhaust because that looks like a pretty meaty exhaust.
And it looks like the right size wheels as well.
No, they fucked up the badge placement, Ian. Yeah, this is Car Stand's investigation. It doesn't.
I don't know. We might have our first ever car stanza hung jury.
Well, I think we've had them before, but I think you might be.
Oh, here's the press kit from 2005.
Okay. Oh, we're on the same link.
Added the Nismo. Yep, you were looking at the same thing.
Yep.
I think they added the Nismo, but I think that is the correct SER badge. And I believe, the rear bumper, the spoiler, and that wheel size looks about right.
Right. But look at where the SER is here versus looking at where it is here. It's not spaced correctly. Right?
Yeah.
It's like they peeled it off and put it over on this side over here. Right? Right? You're seeing that. Yes.
Picture again?
Yeah.
I see. It's a little too close to the license plate assembly. Maybe.
Right. Yeah. It definitely is. Yeah. I don't know, man.
That trunk spoiler and that bumper is definitely SER.
It is. And those wheels do look it, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Ian, this wasn't made in Japan.
No, it was not.
Right.
No.
So I'm like,
it was made in either Tennessee or Mississippi.
Right. Yeah. These things are more American than like a Ford Focus.
Yeah. Curiouser and curiouser.
Right. Yeah.
I'm trying to see. There was a facelift in the middle of this thing. So maybe like the 2002 had a slightly different badge placement.
No way, man.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Ian, this person has already betrayed our trust with a Made in Japan sticker. And then Godzilla, why are we saying it's Godzilla? Are we just a monster movie enthusiast, Ian?
Well, and also that is the name of the GTR.
Right, which is not.
Out of your Nissan Altima. And also I have driven a Nissan Altima SER, I believe of the generation previous to this one. Yes, the second gen.
Okay.
I drove an SER. Or was it the first gen SER? No.
Or did you drive a...
It must have been a third gen because I don't think they had an SER in the second gen.
Okay.
Anyway, someone who's very into Nissans is going to yell at us. It was a fun car. It was fine.
Sure. Yeah, you throw like a V6 in a manual and a front wheel drive car, you're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It wasn't like I would have taken the Mazda Speed Protege over that, or the Focus ST, or
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. This one just rubbed me the wrong way, especially the SER badge placement.
Yeah. I am not sure. I think we cannot make a final judgment on whether this is a car stanza.
Yeah, we would need an interior shot, right? We need to see that manual transmission. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's only one thing to do. You're going to have to go track this person down.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Oh, God, where the hell was I when I took this? I don't even know.
By Walgreens.
Yeah, by Walgreens. I'm just going to go camp at that Walgreens. Yep. Yeah. I know. So there you go. There's what I've seen lately.
Okay. All right.
Mabu and I got a big kick out of the, let's just say I fucked up car. That really did us a solid.
Enjoy that.
Yeah.
Dave, if you go to your Dave Don't Look folder.
Oh.
I have also seen some things.
Okay. All right.
And the first thing, there's a picture of an adorable little blue truck.
Oh, okay. I'll pull that up. Yeah, because we need to talk about all the things that you saw on your trip. Oh, look at this Land Cruiser. Yes, Land Cruiser.
This is like a Gen 1 Land Cruiser. It's gorgeous and beautiful. The interior was beautiful.
That color is perfect. It's beautiful baby blue. Okay,
Yeah.
Telluride. Okay.
And this truck really exemplifies a lot of the things I saw while we were in Telluride.
Okay.
These like sort of just unassuming things that once you look closer, you realize like, oh no, this costs a shit ton of money.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Like kind of like not shouty about it.
Right.
Like,
right. The right way to do it.
Yeah, it was awesome. I didn't get, it was so like blink or you miss it. It was kind of like the opposite of Aspen.
Oh,
so like Aspen's very like, I am rich and I am here.
Right. Very flashy, very showy. Yes.
And Telluride was much more laid back. It was still very expensive.
Sure.
But it was really cool. And there was all sorts of these things around, which these things go for like crazy money now, especially in this condition. But like one of the things I saw while I was there was a 911R.
Oh, whoa. Okay.
Right? Like the ones that sold for like 200 grand or whatever it was, but are now going for like $500,000.
Right. Yeah.
But you know, if you didn't know what it was, you wouldn't know that it was that much money. You would have no idea.
Right.
So that was super cool. I saw a bunch of stuff like that.
Okay.
But the 911R was like the thing that I was most excited about, but it was like gone so quickly I couldn't get a picture of it.
Yeah.
And then this Land Cruiser.
The cream accents of the grill and the roof, like, are the headlights surrounding the roof just set, and the wheels just set it off, man.
So good.
Yeah.
However.
Oh no. This is why it's in the don't look folder.
However, it was not all good news. I did see one thing that was mildly upsetting.
Okay.
Dave, just go ahead and show the people and just tell me, walk me through what you think when you see this.
Oh boy. Okay. So it's a Ram truck, but they've taken the word off. It's a Ram Rebel. They took the Ram off and turned the M upside down, and now it spells war. And the license plate is Cujo. All right. So the killer dog. Okay. All right. Oh boy, this is the guy that you just don't want to talk to. It's got so this is hopefully a Marine. Hopefully it's not stolen valor. They've got a power.
He was probably a Marine.
Okay. All right. Harley Davidson motorcycles with the skull. I mean, This is a well-kitted rebel, but that war. Huh.
I was waiting for that.
What is it good for? But for the love of God, man, you're wearing it right on your sleeve. Like, that's...
Yeah.
Oh, buddy. That's
to
intense.
Me, and maybe I'm wrong. This to me screams, I was in the Marines in the mid-90s. Because no one who was actually in a war would do this.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, right? Like that is a very, like, the more likely that they saw service versus like how likely they would to be doing this, like that goes down, right? You know, it makes me think of that. Remember the vanity plate that I saw? I think it was on an Ultimate that said Baghdad, right? And they had like some military stickers. And it's like, well, this person obviously has stuff, right? You know?
Right.
This person also has stuff. And I can tell you, I would not want to share a desk at work with them. Yeah.
My two reactions were basically like, fuck off.
Right.
But like, also at the same time, like, oh, buddy, you need to talk to someone about that.
See, that's it right there. That's it right there. Like, I feel like there's twofold, like, because if that kind of like aspect of your identity is that intense that you're changing the Ram on the back of your truck to war.
But also fuck off.
Right. Right.
Sleep.
Right. Yes. This is one of those things where I wish I would have seen it to show you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Then you could just get enraged on the show. That's always fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it is actually, but
I'm glad I could entertain you.
Yeah, that's intense. That person has some stuff, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You gotta admit that cars can be a good vehicle, no pun intended, for telling people whether or not you would want to be friends with that person from like a mile out. Right? Yeah.
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 Yeah. I saw another car. I don't remember what it was. I can't remember what it was now. But we saw on the drive back, we drove back on 285, like the whole way from Salida.
Okay.
And I can't remember what the car was now. I mean, I remember I couldn't get a picture of it in time because I was driving. But I remember Jenny saw it too, and we were talking about how it was one of those situations where, like, you can't get angry or like irritated because you have to appreciate the time this person has saved you.
Yes.
In being like, no, you don't need to try to make friends with me.
Right. Right.
That would be a waste of time.
Yes. 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 If you walk up to me wearing steampunk goggles.
The steampunk thing is really something for you, huh?
It is. It is. It is. I like the color palette. I like wine tones. I like purple. I love purple. Yeah.
You know the doll where the airship touched you.
I was touched by a dirigible. Yeah.
Dirigible.
Yeah. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. So, Ian.
Yes.
Besides, war quotes, and, now getting a good song stuck in my head. So that's okay. It says here on the Talk About that I'm supposed to do some yelling in your general direction.
So my car is not parked out front right now. It is at my mechanic's.
Okay. Well, okay. All right. Go ahead. I'm going to trust your narrative here. Yeah.
So this is one of those things where it started out as like, hey, I'm going out of town. I'm going to do a little preventive maintenance. And then it was like, internally, I'm like, well, doing that.
Right.
As well, having to do this.
Yes.
And then found some things. And then it was like, well, if I'm doing those things, then I might as well do these things. Suddenly you're talking about real money.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'd argue that it has been real money the whole time, but go on.
It was not. It was Monopoly money. It's a scam. I've been ripping them off for years.
Okay. So what are we talking about? What did you take it in for?
Okay.
Yeah.
So the first one, it's a long list. So buckle up.
Well, it's your VWR 32. You're getting it ready for the track, right?
Getting it ready. So a couple of things happening. I'm getting it ready for the track. There's preventive maintenance I needed to do.
Right.
There was fixing I needed to do.
Right.
And there were things that I had definitely meant to get to and then didn't.
Okay.
Like, fuck it, I'll have someone else do it.
Okay.
So that the headlights. So I just was just like, you do it.
Right. That was I just can't be bothered.
Yes.
Right.
You do it. Fix them. So I bought new headlights. He put them in for me.
Okay.
Which was very nice of him.
Okay. All right.
So headlights, I had also, during the early part of quarantine, broken my rear windshield wiper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You didn't break it. It broke itself overnight, right?
Right. So it was complicated. So what happened was...
See, what had happened was...
What had happened was... apparently those things break a lot.
Okay.
Mark IVs. And it was the original one, but I had taken it someplace. I had taken it like a gas station that sold. I was getting gas, and I needed a new wiper.
Okay. Yeah. like a service station, right?
And so I go in, I'm like, I need a rear wiper blade for my Mark IV. And I was like, I think I need like an 11-inch blade because it's pretty small.
Right.
And he's like, no. That's not what you need. And he put a 13 on there.
Okay.
He was like, yeah, I measured it. That's the right one. I was like, that sounds big, but okay, sure, whatever. And I was like, I was in between errands and, rushing around.
Sure.
Like in the early days of the lockdown. So I was like,
okay,
let's just get out of here.
Yeah.
So I leave and I like go to clean off my rear windshield wiper and it goes, thunk. It just gets stuck under the spoiler. I was like, well, shit. So then I got home and I like undid it and like got it down. Right. It was fine. And then it snowed. We got that really late season
right.
snow.
Yes.
Like spring snow. So it was like super heavy. And so I came out the next morning and it was just snapped off like laying on the ground.
Okay.
Headlights, wiper.
Right.
I needed a new air filter because I hadn't changed or cleaned the air filter in my stupid cold air intake in quite some time.
Okay. All right.
The fender.
Yes.
It's a lot of shit in there.
Right.
Just put a new one in because it was like, this one's beyond cleaning.
Right.
I asked him to do an oil change, and wouldn't you know it?
What?
It's the damnedest thing.
No.
The crack in the pad when he was going to change the oil.
You're kidding me.
I am not kidding you.
Ian, you cannot drive this car on anything but the track from now on. I'm buying a trailer for the LS460 and I'm towing you everywhere from now on.
I don't know what happened.
You hit air and it cracked, Ian.
I don't know what happened, but he was able to like repair it. Like it was like a hairline crack and it was just like seeping. So it's fine.
Okay. All right.
And then what else was there? Oh yeah. So I knew from the last time I got my tires changed that one of the boots on the CV axles was cracked.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
I had to inspect them.
Right.
And it turned out like 3 of the 4 were either torn or cracked.
Okay. All right. You got to get your CV boots checked. Yeah.
So those got shipped off to get rebuilt. Because he has a guy who just rebuilds the axles. And it's like, it's just the better way to do it.
Yeah.
So slightly, but just do that.
Yep.
He checked I asked him, I was worried about timing changes. I'm on the original timing chain and guides.
Okay.
Said, so, Vagcom, the computer system for the Volkswagens, it tells you if it's in timing or not.
Okay.
And he said it's well within spec for that. It's not making noise.
Okay.
Let's just schedule a time sometime out in the future to do that.
Yep.
Great. Had him do a Haldex flush.
Okay, good.
That was overdue. And then the brake rotors in the front are nearly gone. Nearly out of spec because I bought those used several years ago. I don't know if you remember that.
I didn't know you bought used brakes.
I did. Well, I bought used front brake rotors because they were the racing brake 2-piece rotors.
Right.
They were really hard to cut. They're really hard to find.
Sure.
Crazy. Someone had gotten rear-ended had 5,000 miles on these rotors and was parting out their car.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I mean, not sweet that their car got rear-ended, but yeah, score for you.
Me. So I am now shipping him I found new 2-piece rotors from ECS.
Okay.
And pads. And I'm putting Motul 660 in.
Okay.
So I don't my brake fluid 30 minutes in again.
Right.
Is that it? I think that might be it. But
this adds up.
It does add up.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
The world's first R32 Urbu driver, probably.
Yeah, Uber's going to reject you. They're like, we don't feel like stranding customers this evening. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, yeah. And like the line for like appeals is just you and like Land Rover Discovery owners.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, Ian.
Big list,
Right,
but it needed to.
right. I mean, this is all stuff that's just kind of been deferred or has slowly built up over time, right?
Right. So it's going to be nice and toit when I get it back.
Yep.
Finally get summer tires on.
Right.
I'm very excited.
Wait, you're just now putting your summer tires on?
I haven't driven it.
Right. Yeah.
It's basically sad.
Right.
He was like, the rear brakes have rust on them. And I was like, well, they haven't been used. Like,
Yeah.
They just need to just drive it up and down the street like 3 times and it'll be fine.
Right. Exactly. That stuff just goes away. Yeah. I had a buddy of mine that his car wouldn't move from brake rust one time.
Oof.
Yeah. This is the old Toyota 4Runner. But,
Wow.
I was like, just put your foot in it. You can be fine. It's like, you were right. Yeah, I fucking know. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So when do you think you're going to get your car back?
Well, the brakes will be there like next week. So probably end of next week, I will be able to go get my car.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I went with a slightly more aggressive brake pad this time. I'm hoping I don't regret that.
Really? Okay. What brake pad did you go with?
I went with EBC
Red. Okay. All right.
Pretty sure I went with red.
Okay.
Yeah, with red stuff.
Okay. Nice. I'm excited to see you. You were always using. Say that again.
We're on sale.
Okay. Good.
End of list.
Okay.
I wanted to try them because I've gone like more aggressive. I've gone like ceramic pads before, and that was a huge mistake. Like they just didn't work on the street.
Okay. They could never hold temperature.
Right. Yeah. They wouldn't work without getting heat in them. And so like if you like drove on the street when it was 30 degrees outside,
right?
For the first mile, you had no brakes.
Okay.
And they just squeaked, and it was terrible.
Gotcha.
And then I went Hawk. I've had the Hawks. I've had a few set of the Hawk HPCs.
Okay.
HPSs.
Right.
And they've been pretty good. I just wish they were a touch better at the track.
Right. Because we could get to I was in the car when you identified exactly when, because they overgrab when they get overheated, right?
They get grabby, especially when the pedal gets a little soft.
Okay.
If the pedal is soft, they become really hard to modulate. So you end up like really upsetting the car and that sort of stuff. So I'm hoping that these do a little bit better with the high temperatures. And then obviously the brake fluid, I'm not fucking around this time. So.
Right. Yeah. I mean, never been a better time to find out, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Nice, man. Nice. I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah.
Me too. I want to go to the track. So get the Vigan ready.
Yeah, it's not going to be ready until sometime in September, but so we'll have to do an autumn track day. But
that's fine. You can do more than one.
Absolutely.
And also, even if it's just me and Peedah at the track, and whoever, you're coming too, and you're doing you're doing some laps in the R.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we'll make some videos. Yeah,
I'll teach you. Oh, let's do a video of me teaching you how to heel toe.
Ian, I can't fit my legs under your steering wheel.
You can't, because I think I have a lot of adjustment in my steering wheel. I bet you can.
We'll try.
And my steering wheel.
It is. We'll try. Yeah. I mean, if you're fine with me grenading your clutch on the track, that's fine.
I mean, I'd rather you didn't. That's also original. And I'm at like 142,000 miles. So
yeah. Right. So you may be riding in the back of the LS on the way home.
I might be. Maybe that was prescient. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I'm excited for you to get your car back.
I'm very excited to get my car back. I'm very excited to have my summer setup done in early August.
Nice, buddy.
And I'm also excited that we did a car show.
We did, buddy. We did a car show.
Our second one this week.
I know, right?
Like overachievers.
Yeah, something. Ian. Okay, I'm very sleepy. Everybody needs to play our fantasy F1 league because I'm beating the pants off of Ian and it's great.
It's not. We will talk about that next week.
Oh, when I beat you even more. Sure, that's cool. Okay. Yeah. So send us an email, apexadjacent Gmail. Send us tweets, preferably no clowns, but upholstered cars are okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see what else. 720-515-1391 to call the automotive crisis line.
That's voice. That's text. That's pictures.
Yep, exactly. Let us know what you think about that SER, if it's real or not.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? I want you to email that to me.
Okay.
Or send that picture to me. I'm putting it up on a Twitter poll.
Okay, there you go. Good idea. Yeah. No problem. I'll blank out the person's license plate and send it on over.
Perfect.
Okay. All right.
I don't think I have anything else. Dave, thank you for doing a show from quarantine.
Thank you for doing a show with me, buddy. It's
okay.
It's so nice to talk to you, man.
We love you, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye.